Ramadan Kareem and a very good evening, Chairman Sir, Honorable Board of Governors, Ibpc Dubai, Shri Yatin Patel, Deputy Consul General and Consul, Dr. Sahitya Chaturvedi, Secretary General, respected EXCOM members, Dr. K.P. Nuruddin, Chairman, Ocean Group of Companies, Ms. Mehnaz Ahmed, General Manager, SNF Development Center, eminent guests, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to Ibpc Suhoor event 2024. May I now request Dr. Sahitya Chaturvedi, Secretary General, Ibpc Dubai, to start the evening's proceeding. Dr. Sahitya Chaturvedi.
Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar. Good evening to all of you. Thank you, Amit, for the lovely opening of the forum. Ladies and gentlemen, Ramadan Kareem to all of you. Suhoor is Sunnah. Sunnah means the practices of Prophet Muhammad, and it's a blessing. Even if we have one bite, eating on Suhoor is a blessing. Tonight, we are coming together not only to nourish our body, but also to feed our soul, the spiritual soul, the unity, reflection, and devotion. I am filled with the gratitude to be surrounded by such a lovely and wonderful company as we are embarking on a new term of Executive Committee with great anticipation and excitement that address you today. As we gather today to partake in the blessed meal, I request Maulana Muhammad Mazhar Alam to recite Holy Quran to begin this wonderful Suhoor, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I will recite you some verses of Surah Al-Imran from the Holy Quran, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولله ملك السماوات والأرض والله على كل شيء قدير. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار ربنا إنك من تدخل النار فقد أخزيته وما للظالمين من أنصار ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد صدق الله العظيم.
Recitation of Quran is definitely a blessing. Whatever we get, but the environment, the pronunciation, and the emotions, what are coming over here, what a wonderful experience. May this Suhoor be a moment of peace, joy, and spiritual enrichment to all of us. Now, I will like to invite our chairman, Mr. Suresh Kumar, for his torch-bearing keynotes. A big round of applause for Mr. Suresh.
Distinguished invitees, dear members, and the extended members of the IBPC family in terms of the spouses, sons, and daughters that are here with us, of our dear members. I think we're all truly blessed to be in the UAE, and even further blessed that the relationship between India and the UAE has entered greater heights. And I think that's the context in which we all celebrate Suhoor every year. It's an occasion for solemn reflection as well, in addition to what Sahityaji mentioned. And more importantly, it's also an occasion when the thought goes to those that require care and attention. So as in previous years, we are featuring 2 philanthropies this year. And the objective is to bring it to the attention of our members and more significantly, allow them to express ways by which we can support these initiatives. And I think that's as appropriate as any for an occasion like Suhoor. I would also like to highlight that each year, Suhoor is also a clear opportunity for us to connect with our Emirati friends and across the board in terms of reaching out. So it's a great occasion to get together, to meet up and spend quality time with each other, reflecting on the friendship and the close ties that exist between brothers and sisters in the UAE. So with these few words, I'm hoping that we will have 2 presentations, 2 important presentations this evening, and that's the highlight of this evening. So over to you, Said.
Thank you so much, sir. So short and sweet presentation and the highlight. That's where the keynote comes in picture, that this is what is the preamble and the presentation is going to come. We are blessed today that the Consulate General has nominated the Deputy Consulate General of India in Dubai, and Mr. Yatin Patel is in our audience over here. So we welcome Mr. Yatin again, and I request him to come on podium and give the keynotes and remarks.
Honored guests, esteemed members of Indian Business and Professional Council, ladies and gentlemen, Ramadan Kareem. On behalf of Consulate General of India, I'm really honored to address this August gathering, and for that, I express my gratitude to IBPC. IBPC has been playing a very prominent role in nurturing entrepreneurship, giving voice to the concern of business community, and enabling many of our outreach activities. As you all know, that in year 2022, we had finalized comprehensive economic partnership agreement between UAE and India. And in financial year 2022 and 23, our bilateral trade had reached $85 billion. That makes India the 2nd largest trading partner of UAE, and UAE is 3rd largest trading partner of India. So this economic relationship has been going from strength to strength. Much of the credit actually goes to the business community like yours, an entity like IBPC, which has been acting as a catalyst and enabling this progress. We truly acknowledge that the role which is being played by IBPC in this progress. I would also like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to the leadership of UAE, which has provided us the ambience of tolerance and inclusiveness. People from all walks of life, people from all belief, have progressed and prospered in this warm and hospitable environment that has been provided by the people and the leadership of UAE. We would really like to express our gratitude here. In this holy month of Ramadan, I just pray that the blessings of Ramadan brings joy, happiness, prosperity, love for every one of us. Once again, I thank IBPC for providing us this opportunity. Thank you.
Distinguished guest, we welcome Mr. Khalid Rashid Al Zarwan, here. So thank you so much for coming, joining us for this wonderful evening. I would like to take the opportunity of inviting Mr. K.M. Nuruddin over here. Mr. K.M. Nuruddin, a well-established businessman, is the chairman of Osin Rubber Group of Companies. He is a pioneer of visionary in the field of palliative care, instrumental in introducing and promoting it in Kerala and the rest of the India. Mr. Nuruddin is also the chairman of Alpha Charitable Trust, started in 1994. Mr. Nuruddin champions the belief that palliative care is the basic right of every individual who needs it. So welcome, Mr. Nuruddin, and please take it forward.
Chairman of Ibpc, Sri Suresh Kumar, Secretary General Sahitya Chaturvedi, most respected Deputy Consulate General, His Excellency Yatin Patel, and respected Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I thank you for giving me an opportunity to present the case of people facing life-threatening diseases and their tragic end of life and bad quality of death in the absence of palliative care availability. But first of all, I have to say what is palliative care all about. World Health Organization has defined palliative care as an approach to improve the quality of life of patients and the families facing life-threatening diseases by way of early detection and treatment of pain and other problems, physical, psychosocial, and spiritual. I don't know how far you have understood this, but I will say that in other words. This is the third branch of modern medicine. First branch, as we all know, is preventive medicine, like vaccinations and all these kind of things. When they fail, when we get disease, all the hospitals all over the world are practicing curative medicine. They try to find out what is the disease and try to get the person out of that disease and put him back to the society as a normal person, healthy person. But in many occasions, the doctors, hospitals fail. Not because they don't have sufficient equipment, or not because they are not properly qualified, but nothing they can do. The treating doctors say, there is nothing we can do, you can take him home. Could be advanced condition of cancer when it is spread all over the body. No chemotherapy, no radiation, no surgery, nothing possible. Or it could be any other disease beyond curable limits. What we will do? What normally people do is, we take him to a higher hospital or a more sophisticated hospital where they think that there are more advanced equipment, more qualified doctors. What they do? They give sedatives so that he will stop crying and stop reacting from the symptoms of the disease. Once somebody is under sedation and sleeping, unconscious, how they will feed? They'll put a tube, and through the Riles tube, they feed. And when they put the Riles tube, many times the breathing get obstructed. They put a tracheostomy right here, so that breathing becomes easier. And they were a little bit awaken. They try to remove this. They put both their hands tied to the bed. Then they cannot remove the hands, and they get little bit. They try to move their head. They get hands and legs tied, unconscious. No way to communicate. We have all the relatives visiting you, but not allowed because you are in the ICU. All you want to see are there, but you are unconscious. And you have been a very religious person, maybe fasting every day of Ramadan, and also praying 5 times, and also Tarawih and every other prayer. And not only Ramadan, throughout the year. But what prayer is possible in an ICU, and especially when you are in unconscious stage? What we are trying to do is, in palliative care, first of all, this came to India and this part of the world, it came from England, like many other things. So I want to tell you that it was a lady called Dame Cicely Saunders who introduced the modern palliative care to the world by establishing a hospice called I just forgot the name of the hospice, at the suburb of London in 1967. The definition of palliative care by WHO came in 2002, what I just explained about the palliative care as a WHO definition. The books coming about palliative care is all coming from England and countries like them, which are developed welfare states. So obviously, they are talking about under the situation prevailing there, where NHS in England, National Health Service, provide excellent medical care, though waiting time may be longer, but once they are admitted, you get excellent medical care free of charge, of highest quality. We started palliative care and alpha palliative care services in 2005. 2008, we wanted to know what they say in the books as the problems faced by patients and families is the same in a poor country like India, where most of the poor in the world are living. Is it the same? So there were about 1,000 patients, 350 of them were living and 650 had passed away. A group of 50 volunteers took 3 months visiting the patients who are living and the caregivers who have passed away, asking questions in a 12-page questionnaire. The result of the survey was, it is different. The single major problem faced was physical, agree. But with the WHO-approved medical treatment, it is reasonably, relatively easy to bring the patient under control and keep him awake and not suffering from the symptoms of the disease. It is reasonably easy. But the other issue, second largest, the highest score received was 66 for physical problem. Second highest score was not for psychosocial or spiritual. It was for financial. By the time the patient reaches to that level, after going through all the treatment in private, expensive medical treatment, these highest, many times they sell their house, they spend everything they have. They try to sell something they don't have even, that is borrowing money. And what may be left is maybe house, they sell the house also and treat the patient. And patient pass away. Family has no place to go. What they will do? Why do we put the population under this kind of stress when there is a palliative care way which can save the people from this kind of distress? So what we are trying to do is, if a patient, the doctor say, this disease we cannot cure, we tell him, you go home. We will come there. Your medical care will reach home. In palliative medicine, we don't try to cure the disease. We accept, scientifically proven. It is not curable. But the symptoms of the disease can be treated. Any symptom, any amount of pain, any distress can be treated, and patient can have a reasonably good life. If you permit me, I would like to give a few little example. One of my friends, I have a lot of friends, is a very famous oncologist practicing in the city of Kochi. Third floor of his hospital, he has OP at 3 o'clock. I went to see him. Not that I was a patient, but I have some other things. The floor was silent, full of patients. There's a masjid, there is a church, chapel, and there is also a mandir there, in that floor. Full of people, nobody talks. 3 o'clock, the doctor came, he saw me, he took my hand and took me to his consultation room. Then one nurse immediately came and said, doctor, there is a patient, he's in a very bad condition. He's unable to sit, even unable to lie down. So doctor said, bring him. So doctor put him on the examination table, tried to remove the buttons of the shirt, and saw the burn mark on the chest. The doctor asked, why the burn mark? The daughter and son, who were with the patient, were silent. He insisted, why is this burn mark? The daughter said, the night time, when my father is unable to control his physical issues, one night he said, daughter, you bring iron box, put it on and bring the iron box. So they were reluctant to do that, but persistent request. He brought the iron box, which is being used. The father said, put it on my chest. I said, they said, please put it on my chest. They reluctantly put it on his chest, and the father could sleep. When the distress, the pain coming from inside the chest, and the burning sensation of the iron box, he could sleep. So they made it as a practice every day, night. If father has to sleep, he has to put the iron box on the chest. This is the burn mark, sir. I was fortunate one day in our hospice, which we established in 2006. When I was there, a patient was brought in, and there was a daughter and son along with him also. And this man was unable, he came in a white ambassador car, and he was like a fish out of water. And the doctor, when he saw that, he immediately, before going through the admission procedure, he put him in the bed. And in the meantime, he gave a 10 milligram morphine in his mouth, gave him a glass of water. He was unable to sit, or he was unable to lie down. I remember him sitting on the bed and two pillows were put on a coffee table, one top of the other, and he was resting his head. 30 minutes later, he started raising his head. 1 hour later, I found a wonderful view of him enjoying a glass of warm water and cracking jokes with his son and daughter. This is what is palliative care. His disease, we have not done anything about his disease. He's still there. But he is not suffering from that. And he is awake. He's not sleeping. We don't make him unconscious. So that is what we are doing. 46 teams of palliative trained doctors and nurses visit 9,121 patients who were under care on 31st of January 2024, 46 team. And they give medicines, they give procedures. Various procedures, what all procedures are required. Sometimes it could be aseptic tapping when there is a liver sclerosis, any disease. This is possible, sir. So one way time is that, as we say in the presentation, Kerala, we are planning to take the state out of pain and distress by 2030. And in the meantime, we want to simultaneously, we want to work in 5 states of Kerala, of India. What we have selected is Maharashtra, Gujarat, Odisha, Bihar, and Assam. We are ready to work in any district of Kerala, of India. We got more than 600 districts. The model is, we want to have a hospice in a district where there will be dialysis facility. There will be facility to give palliative physiotherapy to people who are paralyzed neck down, unable even to turn themselves. What is the treatment available to them? They get bed sore, and from the infection they die. So we bring them to our hospice and give them regular physiotherapy, palliative physiotherapy, and improve their physical fitness. We are able to do it. We have experienced it. We have a lot of experience. Out of 9,000 patients we have now, 1/3 of people with various physical challenges. Some of them are paralyzed neck down. And we also will have end-of-life care, where we will have ICU rooms, private rooms, instead of a ward. Room family can stay. Family can stay with the patient, and the patient will be awake, not unconscious. Awake means they can eat the food of their choice until the very last moment. And they can talk to the family, they can receive the visitors rather than visitors waiting outside. They can take part in prayers. And at the moment comes, they can thank God, they can thank all their loved ones, and they can say goodbye to them. And when the time comes, they pass away peacefully. Good death and good life before death. I'm sorry if I've disturbed your peace. It was not my intention, but this is the truth. Let's work together. Let's work together everywhere. Let's keep the other considerations away. Any other consideration we have, keep them away. Basically, we are all human beings, creations of same God. We are all creations of one God. So let's work together. Try to have peace everywhere. We wish everywhere we wish peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Om Shanti. Peace be upon you. Let's have peace to everybody. Let's serve fellow human beings. Thank you so much for listening. If there is any questions after the end of the program, I will be available to answer.
30 years plus journey and lot many things and stories. As we were listening the video and the narratives, we can definitely link it and can ask ourselves that who is happy? Whether the person who is earning, getting more, he is happy, or the person who are giving and really giving, those are happy. And I believe the people who are giving are the happiest in the world. So thank you so much for sharing the thoughts and the concept, the new concepts. Now, among the distinguished guests, I will like to request Mr. Khalid Rashid Al-Zarwan, who is a senior professional from Dubai Chamber of Commerce. His focus, his initiatives towards digital economy are significant, and I request him to share a few words, his experience with this diaspora.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Suresh Kumar, Chairman, my brother, my friend, Mr. Sri Kumar, thank you for inviting me tonight and giving me this opportunity to shed lights on the main changes that Dubai Chambers have seen over the last 3 years. In the year 2021, a major restructure to Dubai Chambers was ordered by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Governor of Dubai, calling 3-chamber model. So now we converted from Dubai Chamber of Commerce to Dubai Chambers. Dubai Chambers consist of 3 main elements now. One is the Chamber of Commerce, the voice of the private sector. Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy, where I used to head, and then the Dubai Chamber of International Business, or Dubai International Chamber. The whole vision of the new restructure of Dubai Chamber to give more focus on converting Dubai, the city of Dubai, into a global hub and attracting businesses, becoming one of the hubs of digital companies, digital economy. We're having a vision in probably making 5 to 10% of GDP, local GDP, just generated from digital economy. So we have been very busy over the last 2 or 3 years advocating, trying to change some rules, attracting digital companies, for which I have visited the beautiful city of Bangalore last summer, trying to attract a lot of digital companies there, startups. We are the owner or the co-founder of an event called North Star. North Star is now probably is the biggest platform for digital startups in the world. So we've with the support of our partners in DWTC, we're having the biggest forum that happens every year around October that hosts digital startups coming from everywhere in the world. For the International Chamber, the scope was basically to set up international offices of Dubai Chambers around the globe. As we speak, we have 31 offices operating under the umbrella of Dubai International Chambers around the world. So we're having 3 offices in China, an office in Tokyo, Indonesia, Singapore, as far as it goes in East. In Europe, we have 6 operational offices: Italy, France, London, Frankfurt. Soon we'll have more. And also the Americas, South America, we're having an office in Brazil, Argentina, Chile. The main idea, in India, of course, we're having 2 offices, one in Mumbai and one in New Delhi. The main idea behind setting up these offices, they are the business corridors representation of Dubai between the cities required and to see more export and re-export activities from these offices. Alhamdulillah, we have KPIs that are set to be targeted maybe in 2030. We have overachieved so far. Business councils, we have 105 business councils that represents 105 different business clusters established only in 1 year. I am very delighted. Earlier I asked Mr. Suresh Kumar whether the Indian Business Council is registered with Dubai Chambers, which is, so I'm at your disposal, Mr. Kumar, if you require any assistance. I don't want to keep it long. Thank you very much for inviting me. I hope you a very successful evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I request our chairman, Mr. Suresh Kumar, to give a flower bouquet.
Thank you.
So taking this journey onwards, it's my honor to introduce you, the distinguished individuals who have been appointed to serve IBPC, and I request them on the stage, and also request our distinguished chairman to give them a letter of welcome. So firstly, the convener for AAA, Accounting, Advisory and Auditing Services, Mr. James Matthew, to come on the stage. Same time, I request Mr. Sama Srinivas, a chartered structural engineer and IBPC convener for CRERS, the focus group for construction, real estate and related services. I request Amitwa to help to provide those letters. And I also request Mr. Sri Kumar Brahmanandan, associate professional and IBPC convener for MMC, the focus group for MNCs and the manufacturing conglomerate. At this occasion, I also request Mr. Ali Asghar Saeed, a young and social influencer, the convener of retail and e-commerce focus group of IBPC. And also the tall technical man, Mr. Karthik Raman. I request him, the convener for technology and telecom focus group of IBPC. IBPC exists for all economic, social, more of business and professionals. And embarking this journey, I am humbled that the trust which all of you have placed along with the conveners, and recently this election, the trust to me as Secretary General to serve for the working together. Now I will request the another program, the social causes, Ms. Mehnaz Ahmed, who possesses over a decade of experience in multitude of fields, including development, communication, marketing, events, program management, and leadership development. She has served as General Manager for SNF Development Center for an extended period. Mehnaz's primary objective is to promote awareness about social needs and to facilitate their integration into the community. Welcome, Mehnaz. Please come on the stage.
Good evening to one and all present here. I would like to start with thanking Mr. Suresh and the team at IBPC for giving us this platform. This forum would actually help spread awareness about our cause. I'll begin with a short video. Sorry. We can start with the short video.
we strive to enable young adults with special needs to be independent individuals in mainstream society. We believe that with the right training and development, every differently abled individual can be self-sufficient personally and professionally. Young adults at SNF are equipped with skills to be efficient contributors in the workforce and community, giving them the chance to be model citizens operating in this world unhindered by their differences. And with your generous support and sponsorship, SNF has been able to do so consistently. And our faith in your support makes us believe that we will continue to do so for the years to come. Please continue to bridge the difference. Please continue to make the difference.
Thank you very much. So, Special Needs Future Development Center, also known quite commonly as SNF Development Center. It is the only specialized training facility in Dubai that provides individualized training programs and support to young adults with special needs above the age of 14 without an upper age limit. So the way we stand out is we don't have an end to the age that we cater services to. We've started in 2007. We've been functioning ever since. Started with 4 students. Currently, we have 39 students under our services. We run like a training institute that provides individualized education programs for our students. We go by the year. Each child's need is catered to individually. I would request you to start the presentation, please. The third slide, please. After this. Next, please. All right, so what we stand for is providing a platform where these individual students are trained to be professionally and personally independent. What we mean by providing them services is we do a holistic approach of services with specialized teachers, educators, therapists at the center. We've started this as a cause for individuals who cannot afford the high-priced fees for therapies and services outside, and we provide services at subsidized costs. Can we move on to the next slide? So this is a compilation of the services that we do. All of these therapies that you see over here is something that we provide under our roof. Each student would get services from therapists as well as educators. And then we do a combination of a lot of leisure and outdoor activities to give them exposure and opportunities to go out and experience, say, a football match, a friendly cricket match. I know of partners over here at Ibpc who've been associated with us who have been giving the center their space, India Club, so we've been associated with them. So these opportunities for us make a lot of difference because they get to do all of that we as individuals have easily got within a space that is cared for, and they are given individually the space to be free. Can I move on to the next slide? So how can y'all as individuals or organizations partner with us? We have a lot of different programs that we run. At the end of each program, the ultimate goal stands by to raise awareness about these individuals or the services that we provide at SNF. Starting with something, this is the creative craft session. The inception was during COVID, and it has moved on successfully ever since. So you all as organizations can come to the center. We would put together an entire craft activity for you. So you can come as a team of 15, 20 individuals, and then you would be paired with students from the center. You get a 1.5 hour of a very productive art session, ending with a nice game and a group session with the students. The take from this for you all as individuals would be the meaningful interaction that you get with these students, get a little insight about how they are and who they are. What they get out of it is actually much larger. They get to interact with a lot of individuals, new people, people who are different. They're not the usual friends and the teachers that they see at the institution every day. So they get to interact with people from outside. They get to meet new people, share their stories and their experiences while they interact with you during this session. Next slide, please. This is, so there is a Vision Awareness Month in the month of October where it is internationally known as an awareness month for people who cannot see. We started this simulation is for y'all as individuals. We are blessed with something at our center or at your office wherein your team or your employees can experience not having your vision and having to do daily basic chores. Something as simple as putting on a shirt and buttoning it. We think it would probably be a very simple task, but when you do not have your sight, you actually lose a lot of your senses. There is a sense of fear that comes for first. So we prepare a good 1 hour of activities for you all to be blindfolded and experience 4 to 5 different activities while being blindfolded. Next slide, please. Corporate pop-up. This has been a very positive initiative. So in organizations, companies can invite us at your office. I'm sure most of you would have seen the display of art and craft that we have outside. We've put some items on display. We do a lot of handmade products at the center. We have a production department that is specially designed for all those individuals who are inclined towards art and craft and have a skill that they can develop as a vocational skill for themselves. So we prepare all of these products and then we sell it at corporate offices or we take orders. Ibpc again has been associated with us supporting the cause and they have placed orders previously for their team over here. And so here we just come to your office for 2 hours. We put our items on display. You send an invitation out to your building, your employees, your office that there is something like this happening. Please stop by. There isn't much that you need to do from your side other than giving us that space, and then we sell those products. Our students come, and they have been trained to look after those stalls and to interact with the guests and to do the sales. So we're training them how to be able to sell products, to even to use the POS machine, collect cash, do inventory. So these are all the skills that they learn at the center in the departments that we apply in real life experiences for them. Next, please. If nothing else works, we also partner with a lot of companies to host annual events for us, with us or for us. So it could be a Christmas party. We've had a lot of Ramadan iftars that we've associated with hotels this month. We do a lot of annual parties, New Year, where the families are invited. So that's another cause that we strongly support, is giving the families a platform where they can come out with their child, not having to worry about what are people going to say, if my child runs, what happens then. So we give them these experiences, we give them fine dining experiences without having to worry about your child making noise or throwing a tantrum or running into the buffet. These are things that parents resist from being out in public. There are a lot of cases where we've had personal experiences shared with us. So these kind of opportunities for families gives them the comfort of being within a community which supports each other. Next, please. These are two more programs that we have wherein we have volunteer engagement. A lot of companies have employees that come to volunteer with us. So we have put together an entire experience where you can come and give specific skills as your volunteer engagement at the center, wherein you could choose the departments and say that I am good at computers, I would like to contribute for that. So you come once a week, 1 hour, 1 session, and then you support the teacher in charge with the class plan. Apart from this, we also offering employee training, which is us coming to your office and giving your employees training on how to work with PODs, or how would you interact with PODs if we do have visitors who are PODs. If it's hospitality, then we have guests who come as PODs, so we need to train employees. Or if you are looking at hiring or looking at internship opportunities for PODs within your company, we would come and offer you training first to be able to adapt to having a person with disability within your office, and then you can look at internship opportunities or job placements for them. Next, please. That's all. Thank you very much. At the end of all of this, it is to raise awareness about the center, and thank you again, Mr. Suresh, for always supporting our cause. And we look forward to more engagements, more interactions with the companies from IBPC. Thank you.
In Hindi, we say it is a dan, it is a charity. So for the Almighty Allah, or in the favor of Sri Ram, when we donate, it is a Ramadan. So the ways of translating the things, all the rivers reach to the sea. Today with us, there is another PhD doctorate lady. Her name is Dr. Neelam Goyal. We could not plan her presentation over here, but she has done PhD in atomic energy and titled as Bharat Ki Parmanu Saheli. A lot of work she is doing in the rural Bharat and the rural villages for Atmanirbhar Bharat. We welcome the Emirati guest here, Dr. Mr. Abdul Qadir Obed Ali, Chairman of Institute of Internal Auditors. We also welcome Mr. Abdul Rahman Khan Sahab, Managing Director of Khan Sahab Group of Companies. We also welcome Mr. Muhammad Aldah, and we welcome Mr. Marwan from RTA with our audience today. At this occasion now, I request our board members, along with respected Honorable Chairman, Mr. Suresh Kumar, Mr. Paras Sahab, and Mr. Sunil Sinha Sahab, I'm not finding him. Yeah. So Mr. Paras Sahab and Mr. Suresh Kumar, I request you to come on the stage for the felicitation process.
Let me thank all our Emirati friends and excellencies, distinguished guests, the Deputy Consul, Mr. Patel, thank you for joining us. All of you indeed, in fact, all the family members, the extended IBPC family members, thank you for joining us. I think what makes it special is we have a good blend of empathy, compassion, and more importantly, fellowship, which is what Ramadan and Suhoor is all about. Thank you.